Hello there. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Let me turn my phone down because Murphy's Law, that's when you get notifications, all sorts of things. Thank you for being here. We're in February now. Yay! We got through the month of Mondays. I don't know about you, but this January didn't seem to drag on like previous Januaries have. And hey, Jackie, good to see you. Hi. How was that full moon energy for you on the weekend? I've always kind of been a late bloomer when it comes to different things like learning how to ride a bike. And I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but the full moon energy started affecting me a little bit more yesterday and definitely last night, or should I say this morning. Like I woke up maybe 3 hours after I went to bed. Hi, Mercy. And I couldn't fall back to sleep for the life of me. I could not fall back to sleep. So I did what I advise everyone not to do. I got on my phone because I didn't want to get up. So confession, got on my phone, went on YouTube and watched some tarot, catching up on the tarot channels I like to watch as a a spectator, to catch up on the Scorpio stuff, and it was really good. And the great thing is I was actually able to fall back to sleep after that. So I don't always recommend it. I don't always recommend digital devices, especially if you need to fall back to sleep. But I do recommend just going with your intuition and trusting. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and that's just the way of it. So I got a bit of a late start. I'm still having my morning coffee, and yeah, it's 11 a.m. here, so that's okay. So good to have coffee. I can't. That's something that would be difficult to give up if I had to give it up. So I have my little fortune cookie cards, and I'm going to start out with that. Debs, hello. You've been sick since Saturday? Oh, no. Guess it's giving me time to watch old videos and reels. Hope you're well. Thank you. Well, I'm glad that you're on the other side of it. It's interesting how this stuff has to happen, hey? So, yeah, let me pull a card just for the collective here. Let's just see what's going on for this month of February. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. I don't know. It's never going to be not blurry. So I'll leave this card out because this is going to kind of flavor the readings today, because I always feel that that's what happens. Guard yourself against deception. So those of us tarot buffs here, what card in the deck do you think relates to that one? I'll give you some hints. It's a minor arcana card. See what you come up with. I know it's not tarot after dark, but I do attract tarot buffs. And I'll give you another hint. It's the Suit of Swords. This is just what I think it is too. I mean, it's not totally right or totally wrong, but this, I relate to it as such. Any guesses? No guesses? At least say no guesses so I know that the chat's working. This gives me another time to take a drink of my coffee. My Tim's. Yes, I'm drinking Tim Hortons coffee. Is that the most Canadian thing to do or what? But I do like to brew my own. I'm not one of these fancy people that needs to go out and buy coffee, but I will if necessary, especially if the power goes out. No guesses? Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. Okay, so my guess is that I feel it would be like is like the Seven of Swords. So if you've seen that Seven of Swords, it's the guy who's holding the seven swords by their tips, and he's sneaking away from the camp. Um, dropped a card and missed a question. That's okay. That's okay. You can relax with your cards. It's not Tarot After Dark. We're just here to chill out on Tarot Tuesday. But hey, you're always welcome to pull cards whenever the frick you want to pull cards, because they're your cards. But yeah, I totally feel that deception relates a lot to that Seven of Swords energy. And I say that because it's interesting to see what comes up as we pull cards. So I'm still using the Tarot of Dreams deck. I know it says by Lee Burston, but he's the author of the book. The creator of this deck is Ciro Marchetti, I think his name is. I sit and shuffle. Okay, yeah. I love that. It's very soothing, isn't it? That's cool. So tell me what's the card you've dropped, unless you didn't pay attention to it and you shuffled it back in the deck. But I'm curious. So the energy of February, like we've got some good things happening. I don't know if you've watched my February forecast. Ooh, it was strength. Okay, interesting. Very good. Strength, courage, pushing past those things that need us to guard us against deception. So there's something to be said for that. But yeah, February feels like it's a really good month. It's funny because you go from like the longest month of the year, the first month of the year in winter for us here in Northern Hemisphere, to the shortest month of the year, unless it's a leap year, but still it's the shortest month no matter what. And I like February, energetically speaking, and I think this year it feels really, really good. It feels I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes we just feel things and there's just no explanation, and no explanation required either. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say for some general energy. That one wants to flip over, and it's upside down. And we have the Page of Cups. So with this, it feels like it's relating to trusting the feelings that you have. And if we go along with that fortune cookie card where it's talking about guard yourself against deception, be careful of making foolish mistakes. Well, to me, the page is almost, no matter what suit, is almost like the fool of all of the suits. It has that energy of just like, I'm not sure if I know what I'm doing. And again, depending on the suit, will depend on what element it's working with. So cups is the element of water. Water is the emotions that we deal with as humans. And to me, this could just be a feeling of maybe not understanding the feelings that you might be having at this time, or trusting that you can go about doing things in a way that feels good for you. I feel that February has the energy of love, like Valentine's Day and all that. But to me, it feels more like self-love. And that's kind of the focus that we're doing in the Tarot Cafe and stuff like that. And the channel membership is all about self-love and how we can come across to ourselves and be gentle with ourselves. And sometimes that does require, as Deb's got here, does require strength and courage to have boundaries, to be willing to say that I prioritize myself over someone else's agenda. And, there would be a time and a place where people would think, well, that's selfish. You should always think of other people. But when it comes to your own detriment, or you've depleted yourself over this winter season, the last few months, doing and being for other people, you need time to recharge, to fill your cup. I'm using all of the metaphors and stuff. And that gives you that opportunity to then feel like you're worth it. Like, yeah, if I'm doing, I'm going to end up getting sick. And then what good am I to other people? And sometimes you're barely filling your cup and you think, that's good. I'll move on. But no, sometimes you have to fill your cup till it's overflowing. And that overflow is what you can gift to other people at that point. You have more than enough. You don't want to just top up so that you can survive. You want to thrive. You want to be able to, for it to be sustainable energy. That's so important. So being a page, again, court cards are about people, situations, that sort of thing. So for me, this feels like it involves a person. It could be you, could be someone else. Often pages are seen as a youthful person. Doesn't have to be chronological age. It could be their attitude. And another thing, it might often represent a female, but not always. Not always. It's just, it gives you somewhere to start. It gives you a little clue of, I wonder who this might be. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe it is someone, maybe you've already thought of someone it might pertain to. And so let's pull another one and see what comes. We have the Star. I don't know if I can show this one. I'll have to. We have the Star. It's beautiful because she has filled her cup till it's overflowing, and she's sharing it. She's sharing it in the future, and she's sharing it in the present. That's what I pick up from her, pouring it beside her as well as pouring it in front of her. And she is willing to have this symbiotic relationship with those emotions, because again, we're dealing with water energy and it feels like it's emotional energy. And it's also Aquarius, which we're in Aquarius season right now. And it just feels like this is that opportunity to really see how you fit in with everything first. Instead of putting everyone else first, it's including yourself into whatever decision you're making. So if you already do that, great. Just know that it's not being selfish. So don't feel guilty about it. We have to take care of ourselves first. If not us, who will? And if we're expecting other people to, we've got to start treating ourselves properly first. So we set precedents, and then they know, they want help. And another self-care thing is to ask for help, ask for assistance. Don't be afraid to do that. And so Deb's your card strength there. Have the courage to say, you know what, I can't do this alone. I really need your help, right? I can't do this channel alone. I really need your guys' help. And you're helping by being here. You're helping by liking the video. You're helpful by watching the videos. So without you, there's just no point. So here's another card. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Trusting that focus on that one thing. I feel, to me, the beginning of the year, if you were to dissect the whole thing, it'd be like January is just kind of like releasing all the past year and kind of getting your things together for the new year. And to me, February feels like it's more of a, okay, I'm prepared. Let's start. And so to me, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. We have the Lunar New Year coming up. So it's the start of a new energetic year. So to me, that goes along with feeling like, and it usually is in February. It does change because of that particular new moon that comes up. I know that there's probably rhyme or reason to it. I don't know what it is, but it feels like this is your time to really focus on what is it that you really want. What do you want to create? What do you want to be the main thing you focus on, and let everything else align to that? But swords are also about beliefs. What are you willing to believe? Which means, what are you willing to not believe anymore and let that fall away? Have the courage to release those things once and for all. And I keep bringing up Deb's card because it just really, I relate to it more than this one saying there's care required. I mean, should we not always have care? Like, it's not just this one time because the card tells you to. Like, I think we should always be discerning of the decisions that we make, of the thoughts we have. And Ace of Swords is also about having inspiration. That's self-love and self-care. What inspires you? Because end of the day, we still got to do stuff we don't want to do. We still have responsibilities, and it's okay. And to have something that inspires us or that we enjoy doing as the reward, if you will, then I think that's a great, great thing to have. And we've got to celebrate the little things. It just makes life more rewarding in the everyday Monday to Friday stuff, Monday to Sunday stuff, because weekends matter too. We're going to keep pulling cards here. And if you want a card pulled for yourself, just let me know in the comments, and we will get to doing that as well. Also put if you have a specific inquiry or question. If not, you can just say you'd like a general reading. And we have Judgment. Be willing to let go of the judgment. And I think this is a really good time. If we're talking about February as self-care month, this is you revisiting things that drained your energy a little bit or created anxiety, which drains your energy. And you're able to just allow that to be released so you can be at the point of just trusting. It comes down to trust, right? And I know it can be difficult. Okay. All right. I'm putting stars beside your name. Judgment is not a set and forget or drop and forget or whatever. This is an ongoing thing in our lives. And just notice where that judgment pops up. We think, especially those who are very empathetic, we kind of see how we are judging. But be aware of where you notice others judging. Maybe not you, but how they speak about other people. I have no examples coming to my mind at all. Like, what are you guys doing up there? Like, I'm doing a live stream here. Come on, guides. But it feels like I notice the more I'm working on myself and doing self-growth and self-development, I'll notice those negative things in other people, not because I'm judging them for doing it. It's like, who am I to judge? I'm human too. But I notice it more. And when I notice it outside of myself, I notice that how I do that in my own life. So having that highlighted for me, it reminds me, and it's an example. So I'll remember it. And when I'm in that state of, or that circumstance, I'll be like, oh yeah, I saw what it was like on the outside looking in. Now I'm on the inside looking out. How can I shift this so it comes across in a way that kind of respects everybody? All right. Let me pull one more. Okay. Seems like 5 is the number today. Oh. I should have left it at 4. We got the Tower, Mars energy to be sure. But this is a good thing. Like we're talking about judgment, self-judgment or judgment of others. That is shifting and changing everything. And maybe you've tried in the past and it hasn't really worked out the way you wanted it to, and you've tried to shift and change. Well, this Tower is speaking of, yes, this is a permanent change that's coming, but you've been wanting it. So don't fear what you've been wanting. And we sometimes we do it. We're afraid, careful what you wish for, that saying. But it's like, how do you know what you're going to be like if you don't allow the change to happen? We expect everything to be so neat and tidy so that we can go, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. No, we don't know what's best for us. We know what we want. We know what we desire. We know what we don't want. But we have to leave it up to the divine, to the universe, as I like to speak to it. Use whatever terminology you use and what your beliefs are. But I believe that we don't always know what's best for us. What we do and what we want is a start, but it's not until that free will happens and then we get that divine intervention or divine connection, and the universe provides us with the thing that we're meant to have, to grow, to learn from, that we'd be like, wow, I never would have dreamed of this situation or circumstance or place or person. So we're humans. We limit ourselves to our human experience, to what we want, to what we see others have and say, yeah, I want that. But we don't really realize the potential. So we've got to leave a bit of wiggle room there. And that's often what the Tower card represents, is it's showing you that things aren't going to look the way you think they're going to look, but don't see it as a bad thing. It's just leveling the ground so you can start from the foundation up into something that's even greater than you can possibly imagine. I used to be so scared of that Tower card. Still don't like the Devil card, but anywho. It also depends on the cards that are with it and that sort of thing. So, if you're interested in tarot and stuff like that, I have videos in that. I've got my membership. I've also got the free live stream on Thursdays at what time is it at? 6 p.m. Pacific, where we pull cards together. All right, putting these back into the deck, and I've got some people who want some card pulls. So if you would like one to, pop it in the comments. We're going to start with Jackie. Whatever card comes out. All right, I'm going to pull a Tarot of Dreams, and I'm going to give you a fortune cookie. All right. So for Jackie, we have Queen of Swords. So this is the epitome of trusting your knowledge. Did you get this one last time? It's really finding that balance between your head and your heart, because we do have Libra energy here. And also trusting your thoughts, trusting your experiences are gaining you knowledge and wisdom to learn from, and to maybe to teach others. Maybe it's the experiences you're having, you're able to use your knowledge of what you've learned about your situation and share it with other people. And in doing that, you're allowing that energy to continue to flow, so it's not staying stagnant within you, trying to troubleshoot what you need for you and how life is working out. It's an outlet for that energy to flow. So it's like you're the cord and you need to find the outlet to plug into, so you can then release that energy and go, hey, this is what I learned from what I've been going through. That's what I pick up. This relates. I struggle with self-doubt even when I know I shouldn't. Yeah, well, welcome to the world. Well, welcome to the club. But you're aware of it. And being aware of it it's so much easier to dispel it when you are aware of it. So, and you can shift that. You're learning to work through self-doubt. And the more you shift it and say it to yourself, the more you believe it, the more your body believes it, the more everything connects to, yes, I'm learning from this. Instead of struggle, you're learning. There's a big, big difference. To me, struggle feels like holding things in, and that's where inflammation and bad attitude come in. I'm not saying that you have that, but often I notice that that's what ends up happening in my life and in the clients that I've worked with over the years. You're welcome. Let's pull a fortune cookie for you. It's gluten-free, no sugar, no calories, doesn't leave you with a funny taste in your mouth. Hopefully, depends on the message. Oh, challenges. I'll read it because it's hard to see it. Take time out from problems or conflicts and approach softly to avoid making matters worse. I think that really goes along with this Queen of Swords because it's like a two-edged sword. Things could go either way. And that's where you can determine when you start going down that one way that sometimes we're on automatic pilot. Stuff's happening around us. So we're letting our body and mind take over because we're dealing with other things elsewhere. But when you notice that you're kind of veering, it's like, oh, pause. Let's try it a different way. How can I reframe this in my head to start and just start somewhere? So hope that makes sense for you. You're welcome. All right, Mercy, I see your message there. I think Deb was next. Okay, can I please have one for what energy I need for this week? All right, let me pop that back in the deck. All right. So what energy does Debs need for this week? This deck here has extra cards with it too, other than the traditional 78, and you've got one of them. It's Palace of Wands. And to me, I don't know what the book has to say about it. I could try and look it up, but Wands is fire energy. So this unique and Palace of Wands. So this to me, just looking at it, it's about what can you do in your home life, or even at work, business wise, right? That, your new businesses, that really have you feeling good and confident about what you do. And the fact that you pulled that strength card before really kind of goes along with it. That this is your opportunity to really do things that shift the energy within your home, within wherever it is you're doing your business. Now we're getting into the year of the fire horse in a couple of weeks or a week. I can't remember the dates. Usually I'm more up on it. So again, that's the definitely fire energy, getting things done career-wise. And let me see if I can find it. Look at that, right to it. Palace of Wands. This card shows a warm environment that encourages creative inspiration and launching of plans and projects. The structures are built in a mountaintop, suggesting both a long climb ahead and also the attainability of a goal. Butterflies symbolize transformation of dreams into reality, and red roses signify passions. The structures are lit from within, from the fires of the heart. Statues portraying the Knight of Wands symbolize forward momentum and focus. Oh, So there's a lot of inspiring energy for you. I love that. So the thing is, if you were not feeling well on the weekend, maybe your energy's not up to par, you have to adjust what your best is for today. It might not be when you're feeling 3000%, right? And that's totally okay. You can still have that burst of inspiration. Maybe you work with this one area of whatever it is you're doing, or you spruce up one place or have one item that really inspires you. 2 hummingbirds flittering around, and one actually landed in the tree. So there's a message there too. So perhaps it's partnering up. I don't know what your situation or circumstances are, but partnering up with someone who really kind of helps you be excited about it. Maybe it's a bestie, maybe it's a significant other, maybe it's a who knows, and maybe it's online, hanging out with people that relate to you. So to me, that is a really, really great sign. But I'll pull you a fortune cookie, and let's see what comes from there. I should also scroll, see if there's any messages. Yeah, I know. Really, really cool. Yeah, it's a really beautiful card. I'm glad that made sense for you, Jackie. Awesome. All right, so Debs, here's your fortune cookie. Sugar-free. Opportunities. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. Oh, maybe that's what those little hummingbirds were about. Yeah, I really love that for you, Deb. So remember, we sometimes think that, oh, it's going to be like, wow, I'm going to get all the things done. I get housework done. I'm going to start that workout routine. I'm going to do this. And then, and it doesn't. And you're like, that didn't work. Well, use the energy you have to work with. You don't need to conjure up extra stuff. Work with what you have. That's what I get from that. And that is your goal for the whole year and beyond. So there'll be times where it's easier and it flows, and there'll be times where maybe it isn't. And then it's not like pushing, wasting your energy on it, spinning your wheels, but it's like, what else can I do instead? Eventually in that palace, you're going to sit in front of that beautiful fireplace that's glowing from the window, and you're going to chill out with your tarot deck or your book and a cup of tea or a glass of wine, or I don't know, a shot of tequila. It's all good. It's not even noon here, Lorraine. Come on, don't talk about stuff like that. Ooh, it's 11:33 here. Love those numbers. All right. So let us continue. I think we are all caught up, and Mercy is the last one I have on the docket. So if someone else would like a card pull, no problem. I don't mind doing it. It's not any extra work for me. Nads, let me put a little star by your name. Stick around. We will go through that next. All right. I don't know how to ask the question without it being a yes or no. There's a house for sale, and I'm not sure if I should pursue getting it or just let it go. The number is 333. That's my number. That's the number of this picture behind me. All right. So a way to reframe it is, what do I need to know about this house for sale? I know there's different ways you can ask it, but that's what's coming to me right now. So what do I need to know about this house for sale for Mercy? What do I need? What does Mercy need to know about this house for sale? So I got 2 cards. So funny. Another one of those special cards in this deck, the Palace of Cups. So again, palace, it's just, it's just a house, right? A really big one. But it's so cool because Cups is water. So this looks like it's an underwater home. Wow, it's really quite beautiful. So Palace of Cups, and the other card that came, Faith. So if it had to be a yes or a no question, this one kind of looks like it would be a yes. So with that being said, I think it's saying that you should at least pursue it. Okay? It's not saying you'll get it, but pursue it, because if not this, something better. Because clearly where you are, you're outgrowing it. So this is kind of pushing you forward. And that's also, you're basically taking action that tells the universe, I'm ready to move. So if not this, something better. That was, whew. So there you go. Sometimes the yes or the no, it comes through. All right, let's pull a fortune cookie for you, free of charge, no extra. Can't make this shit up. Property. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. Oh, you do know you have to keep us posted now, right? So when it says heed any transaction, I mean, duh, we need to do that. Have the professionals help you out if you need to, get a solicitor involved, or, a realtor, read all the fine print. We are working our way into Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. I think the 26th it begins till like the end of March. And it's not saying don't do anything new, but it's also saying be more aware of reading through contracts and things like that. So I'd say, yeah, pursue it. Pursue the shit out of it is what I'm going to say. Wow, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Okay, good. Keep us posted. Excellente. All right. Nads, what do you got here? I'll put these cards back. May I ask for a card on what comes out for me that I need to know? I'm going through healing and it's been hard, so maybe a card could guide me with advice or what I can look forward to. Well, first of all, sending you, if you'll accept, just some beautiful healing vibes whenever you're ready to tune into them throughout the day, throughout the week. Just trust and allow the energy to flow to you. Thank you so much for being here. Let's pull a card and see what comes up for you. What does Nads need to know about healing? You're welcome. I love the questions. You guys are learning the questions. The spin, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I will put a little star beside your name. How neat is that? Yes. Yeah, I know. It's really cool. I think I already looked at that message, but sorry. Okay, sorry. Now let's go. I was just really excited about that message. So come on, Spirit. Let's keep the messages coming through. We're all about inspiring and giving us a way forward. Okay, that one flipped over in the deck. You got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords typically is about moving on to calmer shores. But I know swords are about thoughts, beliefs. So you need to really start believing in yourself. And I know sometimes when we're going through healing, whether it's emotional or physical healing, if it's physical, we feel pain. So naturally we're like, ow, and our body contracts. But at the same time, often when there's healing happening, like, with a broken bone, you get like aches, or you get these like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but almost like energy, nerves kind of. And when that's ever happened to me, I always think, oh, it's my body doing some diagnostics to make sure the connections are working, like the electrical cords and stuff like that, or there's just things are getting back into alignment and connecting again. So there's some tests going on inwardly in our body. Same thing with emotional energy as well. So it feels like trusting that what is happening, it's part of the healing. It's part of communicating with yourself, with your heart, with your body, and trusting that it's all working itself out. You're moving forward into this present moment in a way that aligns and suits yourself. So I hope that makes sense. I'll pull a fortune cookie for you as well. Oh, we have romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. I also see this as self-care, especially, if you've gone through something and you're going through healing. You got to love your body. You got to love yourself through whatever it is. We can badmouth ourselves and say, yeah, you're too weak. This doesn't work. And that doesn't work. But we can't grow from that. We've got to love ourselves through the process. So take yourself back to when you were just a little kid. How would you speak to that person? How would you want to be spoken to? You've got to come from love. The romance starts with ourselves first, loving ourselves. And what are we willing to do for love? What are we willing not to do for love? So boundaries big time. There you go. I hope that makes sense for you. You're very welcome. Oh, good. I love that saying. Oh, my hat. All right. Let's move on to Lespin. I'm going to put my own spin on it. And that's just how I roll. Oh, let me just see here. I've been concentrating on me, just not used to it. Yeah, it feels a little awkward and weird. But and this is a spin you can put on it as well, is whatever you've been through, you probably wouldn't have wished you've been through it, but it's caused you to start focusing on you. So it's a gift in disguise. So hopefully you continue to do that even when everything is well and you're healthy. That's part of the healthiness. That's part of allowing that energy to flow through you, because you know you deserve it. And you'll have extra to share with other people and know they deserve it as well. All right. Love it. All right. Let's put this back in the deck. Is there anything I need to know about the person I have in mind? Ooh, exciting. Let's see what the cards have to say. We have Two of Swords in reverse. To me, it feels like they're of two minds, or you're of two minds. I'm not sure. But being in reverse, it's saying see things from a different perspective, that perhaps it doesn't need to be a this or a that. It's just start somewhere. Focus on something to kind of get that energy going. And then you will know from there whether this is a good fit and a good match or not, because it's definitely about having balance, but it's also about seeing things that might be hidden. Like, as we've got the moon symbol here, and the moon can often signify, depending if it's a full moon, then yeah, things are bright and illuminated. But if it's a new moon, things are a little hidden. It's a little darker. So it's that dark side of the moon, which is those hidden feelings and emotions. And sometimes you're not going to know how you feel until you make a decision, until you take an action. So let's pull a fortune cookie for you. Intuition. Yes. Following your intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Intuition should be used all the time. It's instinct. It's trusting that you know better than anyone what is best for you, even if you don't think you know. You've got to trust those little signs. And yeah, that's what I pick up. I hope that makes sense for you. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. I'm going to end with 3 cards to get us through the week. This is collectively. So even if you had a card reading, these will be for you. Vicky, good everything. I had a feeling to rush out. I feel like there is a message. Okay, let's see what we come up with you, and then I'll pull the 3 cards. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting that like button, you guys. Appreciate it. All right, you've got the hanging man or the hanged man, okay? I had a feeling reach out, okay. So this is saying that whatever is happening, it's either not going to go as quickly as you want it to, or decisions being made or what have you, but it's mostly like things are going to go a little slower than you were wanting, but that's part of it. You've got to trust the process of things and trust that slowdown is giving you a little more enlightenment. It's going to give you that ability to kind of be aware of your surroundings a little bit more, where if you were rushing ahead, you'd miss something. And it's not saying that something is going to be significant, but it's giving you a clearer picture of where it is that you're needing to move forward to. Okay, hope that makes sense for you. All right, now pulling 3 cards for everybody for the rest of this week, what we need to be aware of. Wow. Okay, come on, cards. I said 3, not 5. All right, we got 5. We got 5 cards. I'm losing my voice. First card, Ace of Cups. Trust your intuition. Trust your heart. Fill your own cup up first. Let it overflow. Oh, I'm glad it makes sense, Vicky. Good. Perfect. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you. I hope you too. Thanks so much for being here. You said this early. It's a 5-card day. I did, didn't I? Thank you. It reminds me of my daughter. Like, I say things and then she reminds me and I'm like, did I say that? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a 6-card day, actually. So we were balanced. We're balanced out. Melody, hi. Good to see you. All right, the next card from Ace of Cups, we've got Judgment. That came up earlier in the reading as well. So we're going from fill your cup, trust your self-care, to be aware of the self-judgments that come up. It's okay. We're human. It's normal. We're doing our best. That awareness is just saying, yeah, I do deserve. I am willing. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I can. Yep. Let me know what your question is. I will pull a card when I'm done with these. And these are for you too, if they resonate with you. You're so welcome, Vicky. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for your time. And the third card is the 2 of Wands. This is saying, be willing to not just dream and plan, but be willing to walk through to the next step and to trust your enthusiasm, Planning is part of the fun. I don't know about you, but for me, when I go on like travel and go on road trips, which it's been freaking forever, for me, my travel begins with me just pulling the map out, looking at what I want to do, planning the hotels or the camp trips or whatever. That is part of the fun for me. But if you just get stuck in doing the planning and you don't follow through, then it's not what you need to walk through those pillars, and you need to choose. Notice that there's a choice. You can go through this doorway or that doorway. Just choose one. Actually, you can choose beyond that. You can just walk through the middle. If I can hold the card right, walk through the middle into the infinite, limitless. I'm going to go woo, baby. So the next card is the Queen of Wands. So when you make that commitment to take that action, you're embodying that Queen of Wands energy, and you're gifting yourself, I'm worth it. I'm worth this. I'm worth this action I want to take. I'm worth the planning I've been going through. Okay. And then we have the Four of Cups. Fours are about balance. I know Four of Cups often gets a bad rap where you're so focused on one thing that you're ignoring the other three, but sometimes that's what you need to do to take the action. If you're too focused on all of the things that are vying for your emotional attention, then you're missing out on putting all of your energy into that one thing that's being gifted to you. Okay. You've got to trust it. That's where you're going to find the stability enough in your own emotional intelligence to then follow through or decide what you need to do next. Now, final card, we go from the Four of Cups to the Nine of Coins. I love this because this is reminding you what it feels like to trust your own balance, and if you don't, you will learn. And this is showing you that the rewards are coming into your physical world. They might be better work environments, more accolades for what you're doing in your work, more finances are flowing to you, but it's not always about that. Pentacles is an earth element. So it's about your physical world. So the actions you're taking with Wands energy, you're creating something that you're going to actually physically be able to manifest into your life. Maybe it's cleaning up your house so you're all ready for spring. Like you could make it normal everyday stuff. It's not necessarily going to mean I'm going to win the lottery, that sort of thing. So that's pretty powerful. I don't know. What's everyone else's takeaway on that? Feels pretty good to me. I'm going to pop those back into the deck, and then Melody. Not to be rude, but is one question free? Good to see you. Yes, these are all free. Just cost you your time, and maybe hitting that thumbs up button. That would be nice. And keeping subscribed would be nice. All right, let's get to that question. Before we do, we have a comment about what we just did. Okay, this resonates. I know I need to focus on me more and what I want, and makes me happy for once. Yes, do it. Do it. You deserve it so much. I mean, look at that sunset in your picture there. Like, that's so beautiful. Take the time to what's the word? To appreciate yourself. I love it. All right, Melody, does Kyle like me? He said hi yesterday and called me, and I answered today. He called me, but the thing is that he said it was a missed click. I have been so confused all day long. Oh, it's South African. Okay, I'm getting all over the map. Thanks, Nads. I'll answer you in a second. All right, so tarot isn't good for yeses and nos questions. Just saying. I know people do that, but for the most part, especially if you came here, you're here for a reason, Melody. I do readings that are based on self-care, on growth, on inspiring you. So, what does Melody need to know about her connection with Kyle? And let's see what the cards have to say. Woo! Flippity flippity. All right. This came up just a moment ago. 4 of Cups. What I'm feeling, and 4 is about being balanced and stable. 4 legs of a table, make it stable. And Cups are about emotion, intuition. So you need to definitely love yourself, trust that you're worth having a relationship with someone who appreciates you. So if Kyle is saying that it was just a butt dial or what have you, you don't want to play games. These are your feelings. So I think just let that go for now. I mean, it's not saying that anything is going to happen, but your confusion needs to be grounded. You need to ground your energy, to center your energy, because it feels like you're allowing yourself to be energetically and emotionally manipulated. And you don't want to give your power away. I know what it's like to be young and to be in that state of you want what you want. But at the same time, you're growing and developing your self-awareness and your individuality. So finding a way to just trust who you are. And here's the thing. Maybe this person is wanting you to be more, what's the word? Not confident, but yeah, like we don't want to just kind of pursue and pursue and pursue. Like you want to feel like, yeah, whatever. Okay, he can't get his shit together. That's on him. I'm who I am. I'm an amazing, and this is you talking. You're an amazing person, and you're worth hanging out with and getting to know. And if they don't understand that right now, fine. I'm going to continue to do my own thing. Okay. That's what I pick up for you. Let's pull a little fortune cookie card for you and see what comes. Opportunities. I'll have to read it because it's kind of small. A stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. This came up earlier for someone, but for you, it feels like you might be so focused on Kyle that you're missing out on whoever else is meant to come in and brighten your life and accentuate your energy. So this might be happening for a good reason. Maybe Kyle isn't the guy, even though you really want him. There's someone better. There's someone more suited to you out there. But when we're so focused on the one thing, we're missing the other opportunities. I hope that makes sense. This is Lorraine's Love Corner. I don't usually do love stuff, but I'm a little jaded. Okay, Nads, are you still here? It's South African sunset. Oh, so beautiful. I'm over here in British Columbia, Canada, and on the West Coast. So we get beautiful sunsets too. So I'm a sucker for a sunset for sure. Soft Swag. Hi, how are you? I think I need to start these lives a little later. Everyone's just hopping on now. Melody, I didn't expect that. I really need to focus more on myself, I guess. But thank you for your time. I will be coming back. And Hype. Yes, Hype. That's a new thing. I'm finally eligible for that. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Yes, you deserve so much respect. You got to start with yourself. And the thing is, it's like a vibration, right? People don't always notice, that. They don't realize they're noticing it. But when you just start exuding this self-confidence, not in a braggy way, just in a trusting yourself, that's attractive. And people don't know why. They'd be like, I don't know why I'm so attracted to Melody right now, but man, she's got it going on. So yeah, you got to keep us posted. All right. Yes. Yay. Oh, and on your lunch. Yeah. Well, are you in Pacific time too then? Because it just hit 12 noon here. Oh, and it's 10 p.m. there. So good. It's not too late. It's not too late. Well, thank you so much for being here. Must be cold there. It's hot here. Seems some snow. It's not too cold here right now. It says it's 7 degrees Celsius. So it's not too bad. We actually get more rain than anything here. We're a very temperate rainforest here in British Columbia. Eastern Canada has a lot of snow, like Toronto and, in New York. But here it's pretty mild. If we get snow, it won't last that long. If it does, it turns to rain soon enough and slush. Taro Pup doesn't like it either way. It gets windy. I knew what you meant. Central time. So, it's 2. Okay. Cool. I love seeing people from all over the place. Vicky, it's 8. Time for that evening tea. Thanks for being here. This is why I like to adjust my live streams. Like Tuesdays, I do it my time at 11 a.m. And then my Tarot After Dark is 6 p.m. And at which I know, Vicky, you're definitely counting sheep at that time. Sleep in. So yeah, like to shift it up a little bit. I might be shifting my Tarot Tuesdays to I don't know. I'm going with my intuition, and I was just shuffling for no reason. And this card came out, 3 of Swords. This one actually isn't too bad in this deck. This one usually has the heart with the 3 swords sticking into it, which everyone thinks, heartache. Yes and no. Swords are about intellect. They're the element of air. They're definitely about things we're learning. They're about thoughts. And we really need to trust that we know the thoughts we're thinking, if they are good for us or not. Right? We get into the thoughts and we're like, oh, I feel really bad about myself, or this happened and I can't do anything about it. And we get in this vicious cycle. We get in this loop. And trust me, it happens to me too. And the 3 of Swords is saying that you can heal from it. We have the free will to heal from it. And what I'm downloading right now is each sword means something. The first one is recognizing that you're in this cycle of thought. The second one is knowing that you can shift that thought into something else. And the third thing is reminding yourself to keep going, to keep that new loop going in a way that supports your mental and intelligence. And that's meant for you going forward for this week. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'll pull one last fortune cookie for everyone, and then I'm going to go and let Tarot Pup have some fun. I have some new swag. I have a store now. I've been creating some stuff. I took a picture of Tarot Pup and I turned it into one of those 1960 retro pop style. So you can have his face on a mug if you want to buy something like that. Sarah Bay from Paris. Bonjour. Ça va? I don't know a lot of French. I have French till grade 8. My daughter is bilingual she took French immersion from kindergarten to graduation from high school. So, all right. Here's our fortune cookie. Travel. Love it. Long distance communication. Hey, that's us. Will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Be willing to travel. Travel isn't always physical travel either. We can travel in our minds, in our heart. We can send beautiful, loving energy to each other, sending that all to you, and be in a place of travel is about excitement. We can travel in our head. We can travel by watching people's YouTube channels, etc. Good for it. Ça va. Good. Excellent. The mug sounds adorable. Sending love to Tarot Pup. Thank you. Yeah, it's cute. You'll have to check out the link in the of my shop there. I just did that one up yesterday. I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna have to buy all this stuff. I have no more room in my cupboards for mugs. Yeah, it's a cute idea. It is cute. Yeah, I made sure she learned when she was just growing up. So I knew it'd be good for her. And it was. And she always said, Mom, you can't do the accent. You're hacking the language. I don't know. I do what I can. And yes, travel in our mind. And it's so funny because our bodies don't know the difference between imagination and reality, right? So when we close our eyes and we do a meditation or we watch a travel channel, I'm always watching travel channels from van life to cruises to whatever's. My whole body feels like it's had a vacation, that I can make it through the next little tough spot in life sometimes when we know there's something that we have to do or there's something coming up that's going to be a little challenging. It's all about managing our energy, right? That's how, as an introvert, I can be on here and not totally shut down afterwards, is because it's managing your energy. It's important. Good things, you open your mind with other languages. Yes, true. I'm a little late bloomer. I mean, I did take French until grade 8, but that was too many decades ago to count now. So we're not going to go there. But I know there's apps you can do now, like Duolingo and all those different things that maybe things would come back. But yeah, I live vicariously through other people who have the ability to have multiple languages, and keep it up. It's good for your brains because you have more than one brain. I feel I've had a healing here tonight. Yay! It's all that swords energy, me yapping at you. Yeah, Duolingo. There's another one too. I can't remember, that was highly recommended. Clearly, it wasn't top of mind. Had that perception to have a new perspective. Yes. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here from top to bottom, from end to end, from all around the globe. I so appreciate all of you being here and coming in week to week, hanging out. It just makes me feel connected. And hey, it's perfect for introverts. I don't have to talk to people in real life. I can just come on here and talk to you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of yes, but some, like tarot channels, some are better than others. Have a brilliant day further to you and everyone on the chat. I'm off to La La Land. Yes, have sweet dreams. Thank you so much for your time, laughs, and healing. Yes, and hopefully see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Have a great rest of your night, Nads. Thanks for being here, Wes. I love it. Look at everybody in the comments. It's great. First time being live with you. Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Send us some of that beautiful, beautiful French energy. My name is French, apparently. I love it. Thanks so much for being here. And Jackie, peace, peace, peace. We will see everybody next time. Au revoir. À tout à l'heure.